Hello and welcome to the League Report with Luke. Now, over the last few days, there's actually been a lot of big breaking news in the rugby league world. I'm going to start with the biggest, and it regards Des Hasler and the Bulldogs. Des Hasler will remain a Bulldog till the end of 2017. The Bulldogs held a board meeting yesterday in which Hasler appeared before the board for something like 30 minutes. As a result of Hasler staying, club legend Steve Mortimer kept his word and resigned from the club, just like he said he would when he spoke out against Hasler. As a Bulldog supporter, I don't really know how to feel about this. I mean, I always said that I wanted change, and hopefully this is going to force Hasler into making a change for the better for the club, really. Moving on from one team with the Reynolds onto another, the South Sydney Rabbitohs have announced the re-signing of Adam Reynolds until the end of 2021. Jesus, that might be the worst segue ever. There have been numerous rumours throughout the last season that Reynolds would leave Redfern, but obviously he has decided to stay. South fans can rest easy tonight. Speaking of Rabbitohs halves, they've added another one to the ranks. It's Luke Kelly. This signing comes after another cruel injury to new recruit Connor Tracy, as he has injured his knee for the third time, requiring a reconstruction. I just want to wish him the best with his recovery, and hopefully one day we get to see him in the NRL. Greg Bird has asked and been granted a release from the Gold Coast Titans to take up a deal with the Catalan Dragons in France. The deal is rumoured to be worth $2.75 million over 5 years. Catalans have already signed Sam Moa and have now added Bird to their 4-pack for next season. It had been rumoured that he was going to sign with the Knights, and personally I thought it was going to happen. I mean, whether you like him or not, he's a good player. Another one who's had off-field problems is Junior Paulo, and I think everybody's well aware of his off-field problems. He was involved in a road rage incident last October and has now been disqualified from driving for a year due to this incident. Paulo made the move to Canberra mid-season to try and get his shit together off the field, and to be honest, he has so far, and hopefully he can continue that way. Now, this story right here just makes me want to shake my head, to be honest. Just that's the only way to sort of react to this sort of one. But it's about the Sydney Morning Herald and them apologising to Steve Matai. Now, back in September, the Sydney Morning Herald reported that Steve Matai had his phone seized and examined by the police. Steve Matai strongly denied this happening, and the Sydney Morning Herald finally apologised for getting it wrong. The thing is, though, they've actually used a picture of Marty Tapau instead of Steve Matai. Like, this is such a rookie error. Like, I actually feel embarrassed for them. It's embarrassing. Now we're going to move on to a teammate of Steve Matai, and it's Jake Trbojevic. He's actually been called into the Australian squad as cover for Josh Trapali, who's called out injured. Although he hasn't been named for the upcoming game against the Kiwis, it is believed he may play in the game against Scotland. I think we'll be seeing a lot more of Jake in the green and golds, and I think he'll be joined by his brother pretty damn soon. Now onto another Manly story, although this one actually does involve Manly and the Rabbitohs. Once again, it's the infamous duo of Dylan Walker and Aaron Gray. Last year, these two made the headlines with both of them overdosing on prescription drugs, and now there are reports of them getting arrested in Phuket. I'll say right now, I don't believe this actually happened. I mean, it's one of those ones where I think it was like, oh, the dad's, a guy's father reported to the Integrity Committee that his son got arrested and it involved Dylan Walker and Aaron Gray, something like that. It's just one of those rumours where like, you know, my sister's boyfriend's dad's uncle's brother said that he saw Dylan Walker at a kebab shop, and he said, "You're a bitch" to the manager, and now he should be suspended. Like something like that. Just ridiculous. Now onto the last story of the episode, and it's about Benji Marshall and his Instagram post. It was actually a very heartfelt Instagram post where he sort of posted about his farewell to the Dragons and also apologised for the last season. Here's a little excerpt from the post. "I'll be forever grateful for the chance. I am personally sorry for the results on the field this year and the part I played in that." It's actually quite sad that he's taken a lot of the blame. I mean, granted, he didn't play that well, but he wasn't the only one. Is this the end of Benji Marshall in the NRL? Remains to be seen. I personally think he'd be okay at the Storm. Well, I think he'd actually be more than okay at the Storm. Anyway guys, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke on YT. My Facebook page is in the description below. Also, my Instagram is also Mr. Luke on YT if you want to follow me on that. Not that I don't really use it often, but yeah, it's there if you want to follow it. I think that's all the plugs out of the way. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you for the next video. Also leave comments as well.